Hi, my name is Ashwani Kumar. In this video, we are going to see the question regarding the electromagnetic waves. It was a question from UGS Net June 2019, and here the first question we are going to see. The first question is, which of the following equations is the electromagnetic wave equation? So generally the electromagnetic wave equation can be defined in the two ways. One is with respect to the electric field and second one is with respect to the magnetic field. But here if you observe del square E, del square E. So in all the four options the del square E is there. That means they are asking the electromagnetic wave equation in the form of electric field. So for this one there is one small derivation is there. And this derivation you have to start with the Maxwell's second equation that we got from the electrostatic field. That is, we know that del cross E is equal to 0, and this expression holds good for the static electric and magnetic fields, but while coming to the time varying fields, for the time varying fields, the cross product of the electric field intensity can be given as a minus dou B by dou T. And from this expression, I'm taking the del cross on both the two sides. Del cross on both the two sides means, okay, so here the del cross, and at the right hand side also I'm taking the del cross minus dou B by dou T. And from this case it becomes is equal to, we will see this one later, why? Because that expression will be simplified. From this one, del cross minus dou by dou T. This B is nothing but a magnetic field intensity, so this B can be written as a B is the magnetic flux density, right? So magnetic flux density is equal to mu, permeability into magnetic field intensity, so that I am substituting here mu into H. And after this one, that is equal to del cross, I'm just bringing this mu outside H, and it can also be written as minus dou, 1 minute, here mu is also constant, right? So minus mu dou by dou T of del cross H. Okay, so we can write the equation like this. And in this expression, if you observe this one, so that is del cross H is there. As per the Maxwell's third equation, in the time varying fields, the del cross H can be given as a summation of the conventional current density and the displacement current density, right? So it is the expression we saw in the video lectures. So that is equal to minus mu dou by dou T. This del cross H I am writing as a J plus J D. And next, that is equal to minus mu dou by dou T. And this J plus, while coming to the JD, is the displacement current density, and it can be written as like this: partial differentiation of the electric flux density. Okay, and after this one, that is equal to minus mu dou by dou T of J plus electric flux density D can be written as a epsilon into capital E. So where epsilon is a constant, so that's why I'm bringing outside the differentiation. So after that, it becomes as epsilon dou by dou T of E. Okay, the expression will be converts like this. And now while coming to this conventional current density formula is, that is J is equal to sigma into capital E. So if I substitute that one also, then finally we will get sigma into capital E plus epsilon dou by dou T of E. Okay, so it is a del cross E, right? So it is the expression what we took, del cross E. And as per the formula of the del cross X, it becomes is equal to minus del square X. In the same case here also, this complete one becomes is equal to minus del square E, that is equal to minus mu dou by dou T sigma E minus mu, here dou by dou T and here also dou by dou T is there, so dou square by dou T square epsilon capital E. And from this one, here the sigma conductivity, so it's a constant, I'm just bringing out, so minus mu sigma dou by dou T capital E minus mu epsilon dou square by dou T square capital E. So finally it is a del square E. And if I multiply both the two sides with negative, then all these things becomes positive, and then finally the del square E, just bring both these two terms to the left hand side, then it becomes minus mu sigma dou E by dou T minus mu epsilon dou square by dou T square of E is equal to 0. So finally it is a electromagnetic wave equation with respect to the electric field. Okay, so let's search for this equation in the above given question. That is del square E minus mu sigma dou E by dou T minus mu epsilon dou square by dou T square into dou square by dou T square of E is equal to 0. So if you observe, the fourth option is the correct one for this question. So to find out this electromagnetic wave equation, you need not to read separately any other concept. You have to just derive simply from the Maxwell's equation itself. And now it is electromagnetic wave equation with respect to the electric field. And if you want to get the electromagnetic wave equation with respect to the magnetic field, then you have to start your work with what we call the Maxwell's third equation, that is del square H is equal to J plus JD, and apply the del cross on both the two sides. Then del cross H is equal to del cross of J plus JD, and it becomes is equal to del cross of sigma E plus dou E by dou T, and that is equal to sigma of del cross E plus, sorry, it is D, electric flux density, and this electric flux density can be taken as a epsilon into U, right? So epsilon is a constant, so just bring outside, so dou by dou T of del cross E. Okay, so I can write like this. And again from the Maxwell's second equation in the time varying fields, the del cross E is equal to minus dou V by dou T. So I'm just substituting here and here, that is minus dou V by dou T. So sigma of minus dou V by dou T plus epsilon dou square by dou T square B. Okay, so it is a concept we will get. And from this one, here B can be taken as a mu H, right? That means the magnetic flux density B is equal to mu H. So minus sigma mu, H dou H by dou T plus epsilon mu dou square by dou T square H. So finally it is a del cross H, and this del cross H becomes, so here also del cross is a minus dou V by dou T, right? So that means here we will get minus, sorry, we'll get the minus. Why? Because this del cross E we have to substitute as a minus dou by dou T. That means minus is there. Plus into minus becomes is equal to minus. And now this del cross H becomes is equal to minus del square H. That becomes is equal to this entire thing. And if I multiply with positive on the both the two sides, then I will get plus and plus here. So finally del square H, and bring both these two terms to the left hand side. So del square H minus sigma H dou H by dou T minus epsilon mu dou square by dou T square of H is equal to 0. Okay, so it is also the electromagnetic wave equation with respect to the magnetic field intensity. Anyhow, both these two are the two different types of equations you have to remember, or else you can derive like this also. So if they give the options in the exam with respect to the electric field, then it is a correct answer. If they give the expressions with respect to the magnetic field, then it is the option, that is del square H minus sigma mu dou H by dou T minus epsilon mu dou square H by dou T square is equal to 0. Okay, next we will see the second question. And now coming to the second question. Here a 250 megahertz electromagnetic wave is propagating through a perfect non-magnetic dielectric with ER. Actually it is not the capital ER, it is a relative permittivity. So relative permittivity of the medium in which the electromagnetic wave is flowing is equal to 6, and the electromagnetic wave that is flowing through the non-magnetic dielectric medium, and its frequency is 250 megahertz, and they are asking for the wavelength. Okay, the electromagnetic wavelength will be equal to. So actually the wavelength of the electromagnetic wave depends upon the medium in which the electromagnetic wave is flowing. That means if the electromagnetic wave is flowing in a vacuum, then its wavelength is different, and if it is flowing through some any dielectric medium or any some other mediums, then its wavelength will be changes. So how the wavelength changes with respect to the medium is generally lambda, that is the wavelength, can be given as a c divided by f. Okay, and c divided by f means we know that lambda is nothing but the wavelength of the electromagnetic wave, and c is nothing but velocity of the light, and f is the frequency. Of course it becomes is equal to c naught by f in the case of free space. In the case of free space, that means in the free space the c naught becomes is equal to 1 divided by root of mu naught into epsilon naught. Anyhow, it is a what we call permeability of the free space, and it is a permittivity of the free space. Anyhow, both these two are the constants. So if we calculate this one, it becomes is equal to velocity of the light, that is 3 to 10 power 8 meters per second. But here in our question, it is not the free space. In our question, the electromagnetic wave is flowing through some non-magnetic dielectric medium with some permittivity is given. So in such cases, here we can write in the here the lambda is c by f, right? So in any some medium other than the free space, if the electromagnetic is flowing through any some medium, then the c becomes is equal to 1 divided by mu naught epsilon r. Okay, it is the formula. Then this it becomes is equal to c is equal to 1 divided by root of mu naught epsilon naught divided by root of epsilon r. So we can write this equation like this also. And if you observe this one, 1 divided by root of mu naught into epsilon naught becomes is equal to, it is this the same thing, 3 into 10 power 8 divided by root of epsilon r. Okay, so now I can substitute this c value in this formula. So now the wavelength becomes is equal to c, I can write as 3 into 10 power 8 divided by root of epsilon r whole divided by frequency. And this expression can be written as, that is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by frequency into square root of relative permittivity. That becomes is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by, so what is the frequency of the electromagnetic wave they given here, 250 megahertz, and the relative permittivity is root 6. So I am substituting both these two. 250 mega means 10 power 6 into root of epsilon r given as a 6. So let's calculate this value. That becomes is equal to 0.4898 meters. So it is a wavelength I got, 0.4898. So here 0.4898 means is approximately equals to this one. So here the correct option is the second one. So here there are no huge formulas, only the concept you have to know is that lambda is equal to c by f is one formula, and in the free space the wavelength becomes is equal to c naught by f, and if it is flowing through any one medium, then the wavelength formula becomes is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by f into root of epsilon r. Okay, so it is a concept you have to know to solve this problem. And next, while coming to the next question, so it is a third question we are going to see here. It is a question from the 4 different types of Maxwell's equations. So definitely we will get one question from this Maxwell's equation. It is damn sure in each and every UGSNet question paper. So here we have the 4 different types of Maxwell's equations. Anyhow, the first one is del dot d is equal to rho v, and whatever the expressions I am writing now, these expressions are for the electromagnetic wave, Maxwell's equations, the 4 Maxwell's equations in the case of time varying electric and magnetic fields. So it is the one thing, and the second equation is del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou T. This expression we will get from the Gauss law. Okay, and the next one is del cross H is equal to J plus JD. It is from the Ampere's circuit law. And next one is a del dot B is equal to 0. Anyhow, it is a non-existence of unipole of the magnetic fields. So from all these concepts, the fourth option is the correct one. It is a Gauss law, Faraday's law, and it is a Ampere circuit.